let's get right into it. The hardest truth about success? It's not the late nights, it's not the sacrifices, or the crushing, brutal hard work it takes to get there. It's actually something much, much darker. It's the silent, hidden reactions of the people around you. Because, well, the moment you start winning, some people silently start hoping you lose. Think about this quote for a second. Some people don't hate you because you failed. They hate you because you almost succeeded. Ouch, right? It sounds cruel. But the reality is, when you fall, some people feel this sudden, quiet wave of relief. And listen, it's not because they're evil movie villains. It's because your success was silently exposing their own hidden insecurities.
So why is it that the people closest to us, our friends, our relatives, our peers, secretly wait for our downfall? Why do they do that? To understand this, we're going to dive deep into the dark psychology of insecurity, ego, and the invisible scoreboard we all unconsciously live by.
Part 1. The Anatomy of Harm Joy. To really grasp this deeply uncomfortable feeling, we need to look at our ancient evolutionary wiring. Psychologists have a name for this. They call it Schadenfreude. It's a German word, and it literally means pleasure derived from another person's suffering. When a peer stumbles, it physically lights up the anterior cingulate cortex and the ventral striatum in your brain. Those are the exact same reward centers that fire up when you eat a really delicious meal or win a bunch of money. Crazy, right? And hey, this isn't just some Western concept either. Consider the ancient Chinese idiom, 幸灾乐祸, enjoyment in the troubles of others. Literally every single culture on Earth experiences this sudden dopamine hit when someone else falls. It's just millions of years of evolutionary competition for status, hard-coded right into our DNA. Just to put that into perspective, a staggering 62% of social media users, that's more than 6 out of every 10 people, admit to feeling pleasure at a public figure's downfall. This is driven by something called the just world bias. Our brains are absolutely desperate to believe the world is fair. So when someone we perceive as overly successful, maybe a bit arrogant, or who has a perfectly curated life suddenly fails, it doesn't feel cruel to us. It feels like cosmic justice. Part 2. The Invisible Scoreboard. Back in 1954, psychologist Leon Festinger realized something massive. Humans don't evaluate their worth in a vacuum. We evaluate our worth based on our proximity to others. Have you ever noticed the stark contrast in how people react to your life? When you succeed, their text messages are short, dry, zero energy. Nice, bro. Cool. Good for you. But when you fail, suddenly they reappear with long paragraphs, voice notes, these deep emotional talks like stay strong, it happens, you'll bounce back. Why? Simply because your failure restores their perceived superiority. They finally feel ahead again. It actually follows a very predictable, deeply human cascade. Let's break it down. Step 1. Your sudden success creates a comparison. Step 2. That comparison creates pressure and insecurity in them. Step 3. That insecurity triggers a silent, malicious envy. And finally, step 4, when you eventually stumble, that envy evaporates, giving them an immediate rush of emotional relief. Basically, your success acts as a mirror. And the uncomfortable truth here is that self-improvement actually creates guilt in lazy people. When you become disciplined, when you actually get up and chase your goals, your actions become physical evidence of their excuses. You're showing them exactly what they could be doing, but just aren't. Part 3. Success as a threat. You see, stepping out of your designated role threatens the psychology of the entire group. It's the overweight friend group mocking the one person who finally starts going to the gym. It's your college roommate feeling this tiny secret flicker of, I knew it, when your startup collapses. It's the collective sigh of relief from everyone when that impossibly perfect social media couple announces a messy breakup. People instinctively bond over tribal, us versus them failures. And low self-esteem is the hidden engine driving all of this behavior. When insecure people feel small, watching you shrink is, well, it's temporarily comforting. Their confidence literally depends on others losing, simply because they never took the time to build their own. Now, remember, this isn't pure malice. It's just psychological pain desperately seeking some kind of relief. Part 4. History's Fallen Giants. And this phenomenon, it spares absolutely no one. Not even the greatest minds in history. In the 1890s, when Nikola Tesla struggled financially, society openly mocked him. In the 1970s, Muhammad Ali's fiercest critics cheered way louder for his losses than his wins. In the 2000s, Michael Jackson's controversies became a massive global spectacle of judgment.
And in 2022, Elizabeth Holmes's conviction triggered a collective celebration. Society absolutely loves to admire greatness, sure, but emotionally, it craves watching greatness get humbled.
Part 5. The Law of Silence.
Not everyone clapping for you wants you to win. Let that sink in. Emotionally strong and highly intelligent people eventually figure this out. They stop seeking validation from a crowd whose emotions are deeply, deeply unstable. They realize that today people will praise you, and tomorrow they will celebrate your failure. You have to completely untangle your self-worth from their applause.
So, what's the ultimate psychological defense? Move in silence, let your results speak for themselves. Seriously, stop sharing your grand plans with people who aren't building anything themselves, because your ambition will always threaten their identity. Do not shrink yourself, and absolutely never dim your light just to make insecure people comfortable.
I'll leave you with this thought. Nobody roots against someone who isn't going anywhere. If people are secretly measuring you, if they are quietly hoping you stumble, well, it means you are actually doing something with your life. It means you are truly worth watching. So let them watch. Are you going to let their hidden envy stop you, or are you going to keep going?